Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Your chemistry teacher Miss Zunaira is here. Welcome to our YouTube channel. आज जो मैं बेसिक टॉपिक केमिस्ट्री का शेयर करूँगी इट इज़ स्टेट्स ऑफ मैटर. We will discuss about the four states of matter. The first one is solids, second one liquids, gases, and the fourth one is plasma. Plasma is not found in a huge amount in this world, but we will discuss about some characteristics of plasma too. First of all, before starting, I will define matter. What is matter? So anything in this world that has mass and occupies space is called matter. दुनिया में कोई भी चीज़ जो कि मास रखती है और कोई जगह घेरती है वो मैटर कहलाती है. In this lecture, we will have a comparison between the characteristics of solids, liquids and gases too. I have write some of these characteristics, like the first one is definite shape, second one definite volume, third one high density, and the fourth one slightly compressible. So we will start with the first characteristics of the solid. Solids have definite shape. Why solids have definite shape? The reason is that the molecules and the atoms in a solid form are close enough to each other to give it a definite shape. This is the reason of shape of the solids, because the molecules or the atoms are packed in a definite structure. So that's why the solids have definite shape. I will also draw its form for you. So let's have a look. Okay. So the solids molecules are packed and close enough to each other to give it a definite shape. But as compared to the solids, liquids do not have a definite shape. And the reason is shown in this figure. The liquid molecules are close to each other but not close enough to give it a definite shape. So that's why these are not packed, these are not close enough. This is the reason liquids do not have a definite shape. On the other hand, let's have a look on gases. So the molecules of gases do not have definite shape because they are far apart from each other. The molecules in a gas are far apart from each other. As compared to the gases, liquids molecules are close but not that much close to give it a definite shape. But the gas molecules are far enough. So that's why gases do not have a definite shape. I hope you understand the first characteristics about solids, liquids and gases. Let's talk about the second one, having a definite volume. So the solid state of matter have a definite volume. The reason is the solid molecules are close enough to give it a definite volume. We can measure the volume of solids, and on the other hand, liquids also have a definite volume. So we can prove it by pouring some liquid in a glass or by pouring some liquid in any other container and can measure the volume of the liquid. So hence it's proved that by that experiment the liquids have definite volume. But on the other hand, as compared to the solids and liquids, gases do not have a definite volume. The reason is we cannot measure the definite volume of gases. We cannot pour them into any container. We cannot let them stay in an open container. so we can't find their definite volume. Let's talk about the third characteristics of solids, liquids and gases. The third one is high density. Solids are denser as compared to liquid, and liquid are denser as compared to gases. So I can write the density arrangement like this. The solids are more denser as compared to liquids, and liquids are more denser, you have greater density as compared to gases. I will also throw some examples of solid, liquids and gases and compare their densities. The formula of density is D is equal to M by V, where M is mass and V is the volume. So by comparing the mass and volume, or by dividing the mass with the volume, we can find out the density of the component. So let's talk about the density of iron in solid state. It's 7,870 kilogram per meter cube. Kilogram is the unit of mass and meter cube is the unit of volume. And the density of iron in liquid state, it's 6,980 kilogram per meter cube. So we can see that the density of iron in solid state is greater than the density of iron is in liquid state. But we have an exception there in water. In case of water, in liquid state, the density is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. But water in solid state, the density is 917 kilogram per meter cube. So here is an exceptional case in case of water, that the density in the solid state is smaller as compared to the density in the liquid state. But we have a rule that the density of solids is greater as compared to the density of liquids, and the density of liquids is greater as compared to the density of gases. But exceptional cases may also found in some aspects. So here we have another example of air. The density of air 1.2 kilogram per meter cube. So it is far more less as compared to the density in solid state and density in liquid state. So you can have an idea about the density differences between these three states. Now let's talk about the fourth state of matter, which is slightly compressible. Solids are slightly compressible, and liquids are slightly compressible, but the gases are highly compressible. So we'll discuss about the compressibility of solids, liquids and gases. Solids are slightly compressible. Compressible means how much you can compress the solids, how much pressure you will exert on solid to compress it. So solids, because have they are closely packed, they have a definite shape, so they have less spaces between their molecules. That's why the solids are slightly compressible, because they have less spaces between their molecules. On the other hand, liquids are slightly more compressible as compared to the solids. So the reason behind this compressibility is that they are not that much tightly packed as like solids. That's why the liquids are slightly more compressible as compared to the solids. They have some spaces between their molecules. Okay, the last one is gases. So gases are highly compressible. Why gases are highly compressible? Because they have many spaces between their molecules. The molecules have great spaces, and they are far away from each other, they are far apart from each other. That's why they are highly compressible. We can compress gases at a high level. So we have discussed about the three states of matter. We will discuss about the plasma too, but at the last of this lecture. Now I will tell you about the conversion of these states, the conversion of liquid into the solids, and conversion of solid into liquid, conversion of liquid into gases, conversion of gases into liquids. How these states convert from one state to another, and how and what the phenomena is called, the conversion of solid into liquid, and the experiment or the procedure have a name and what that name is. So I will discuss about the conversions now. Okay, let's talk about the conversions. First we have solids. If we convert solids into liquid, we have to provide some sort of heat to convert solids into liquids, and the phenomena of converting solids into liquid, the phase change, is called melting. On the other hand, on providing some heat, we will convert liquids into gases, and this phenomena is called vaporization. On providing heat, you can convert or you can change these phases. Okay. On the other hand, we have another procedure of converting solids into gases, and this procedure is called sublimation. We can also change gases into the liquids again and liquid into the solid again. These may have other procedures and other phenomena. The conversion of gases into liquids is called condensation. The conversion of liquids into solids is called freezing, and the conversion of gases to the solids is called deposition.